Make your way to all fours, hands and knees facing front. Some of you might know I lost my voice last week, which is why I sort of sound like I smoke. So hopefully I won't be coughing. I've got water and everything there. At least I have a voice now. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And as you exhale, round your back out for cat stretch. Press down through the hands and knees, dome the shoulders. And as you inhale, lift the crown, lift the tail, and just gently slide the shoulders down your back. And exhale, round your back. So just exploring how your spine feels at this point in your day. Twice more, inhaling, just filling the front lungs up. And as you exhale, push the floor away with the hands and the knees. Tuck the belly back to the spine. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. If the lower back's happy, you can lift the sit bones higher. And exhale. Tail draws down towards your knees. Neutral spine, inhale. Sit back for child's pose as you exhale. If you can, walk the hands forward and stretch long into the sides of the waist, getting that little release into the lower back. And then just lift your head a bit, and as you inhale, walk your hands off towards the left side of the mat and really reach your way through the right fingertips, like the right hand wants to touch the top left corner of your mat. So you get lots of space into your right rib cage. And with that, drag the right sit bone back and just subtly lean your whole torso a little bit to your right so you get even more space between the ribs and into the outer armpit. And as you inhale, walk your hands all the way over to the other side. So now as they come to the right, you're really stretching through the left. So the left arm reaches towards the top right corner of your mat. The left sit bone drags backwards. And there's that subtle, gentle lean out to your left so you get more space into that left side body. And as you inhale, walk your hands back to center. Pause at center and just exhale. Inhale, come forward to all fours. Tuck the toes and exhale, lift your knees to downward facing dog. And in this first down dog, if your legs feel pretty tight, step the feet wider. Feet wider is easier. So feet can be as wide as your mat or even wider if you're on non-slippy floor. And just pad the heels back and forth slowly enough that you feel those calves start to let go. Spread the fingers and anchor the hands down so the arms are long and strong, the spine is long, the sit bones lift up, and the tops of the thighs stretch on back. Make your down dog still now and just stretch those heels back as though away from the toes. Shins press back, thighs press back. And then as you exhale, drop down again to all fours, so those hands and knees again. Good. As you inhale, turn to the right, reach that right arm up. And as you exhale, thread the right arm under the left arm like you're going to lie on your right shoulder. And we're going to do that twice again. So inhale, turn round, reach up, reach high. Good. Exhale, thread through. And one more time. Inhale, turn and reach up. And exhale, thread through. And this time, stay here. And just press your left hand down to help you turn more through the upper chest. Draw the left outer hip back and bring your shins back to parallel. Yep, as you inhale, come back through all fours. Stay in all fours and exhale, round your back, cat stretch. So we're going to change sides. Left arm reaches, inhale, turn left. Exhale, thread through. Same exact thing, twice again. Inhale, turn and reach. Exhale, thread through. One more time, inhale. Good, and exhale, thread through. And this time, stay there. Press the right hand down to help you turn round. Draw the right hip back and bring the shins to parallel again. Take one more breath. Use your exhale, turn a little further. And as you inhale, come back through all fours. Tuck your toes and exhale to down dog again. Lift the hips. And again, if it feels right, pat out the heels, maybe shake out your head, whatever's going to help you snuggle into your down dog. Take one breath there, stretch it back. And as you inhale, come on forward to a plank position. So plank's the top of a press-up arm straight. If plank's too much, just drop your knees. And as you exhale, move back to down dog, lift your hips. We're going to do that 3 times with the rhythm of breath. So your inhale, you glide forward to plank. And your exhale, you move back to down dog. And try to slow the movement so it matches your breath. Again, twice more. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, move back. One more. Inhale. And you also slow the breath to match the movement. And exhale. Nice. This time, come back to plank as you inhale. And as you exhale, just lie down onto your belly. So drop your knees if that helps to help that transition. Now point the toes back, come up onto your forearms. Sphinx pose. So elbows on the floor, just forward of the shoulders. You got it. Press down through the elbows, lift up through the crown. Draw the shoulders back as you lengthen your chest forward and up. And at the same time, press down through the tops of your feet. Pubic bone anchors, so the frontal hips are long on the floor and the lower back is long and supported. Take a full breath in there and lie down as you breathe out. Come on up to all fours as you inhale. Stay in all fours and round your back, cat stretch again, exhale. Now the right leg, float the right leg up behind you, inhale. Long as opposed to high, that's it. Knee to nose, exhale, round your back and tuck up the shin. Push the hands down. Lift the leg again, inhale. And step the foot up between your hands, exhale. If it gets stuck, use your right hand to help it forward. Deepen your lunge, inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Now square the hips front as you bend into the front knee. Lace the fingers up there. Turn the palms to face up and stretch the heels of the hands up. As you stretch the heels of the hands up, draw the little fingers and thumbs down towards your head, lifting up through the crown of the head and just lunging a little deeper forward. As you inhale, bend the elbows to release the hands and bring the hands around behind you. Lace the fingers back there. Roll the shoulders back and draw the knuckles down. Lift your chest, but keep that lunge forward. Good. Inhale now, hands to prayer in front of your heart. Exhale, twist right. Hook the left elbow outside the right thigh. And as you press the prayer, turn the chest. As you turn the chest, draw the shoulders down. And as you draw the shoulders down, stretch the sides of the neckline long. One more breath, lunge further and twist further. And as you inhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Exhale, start to sit the hips back, flex the right foot. Just a breath here. Draw the toes back, draw the chest forward, just easing into that hamstring. Good. And inhale, come back to your lunge, plant the hands. Exhale, down dog. Lift the hips and step the right foot back. As you inhale, come forward to that plank position again. Remember, you can drop your knees. Exhale, lie all the way down to the mat. This time, point the toes back and stretch the arms down by your sides. Palms face down. And as you inhale, lift your chest up, narrow the shoulder blades towards one another, and then lift the arms, but stretch the fingertips back. Keep the shoulder blades hugging towards the upper spine. Now stretch the legs long and lift the legs up. So again, you feel the frontal hips lengthen on the floor. You feel your back body firm to help support and lengthen the front body. One more inhale, pick it up. And lie down, exhale. Good. Hands under shoulders. All fours, inhale. Stay there. Round your back, cat stretch, exhale. So that sequence on the second side. Left leg floats back, inhale, leg long. Knee to nose, exhale, round your back, tuck up the shin. Lift the leg again, inhale. And step the foot up between your hands, exhale. Help it forward if it gets stuck. Deepen your lunge, inhale, rise up, low lunge. Square the hips front, bend into the front knee. Lace the fingers again, but the second interlace. So it means the other little fingers in front, the other thumbs in back. Turn the palms up, stretch the heels of the hands up. Little fingers and thumbs draw down. And you're stretching the sides of the waist long by lifting taller through the crown, lifting taller through the heels of the hands, and lunging that little deeper forward into that front knee. Good. As you inhale, bend the elbows to release. Bring the hands around behind you. Second interlace back there. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the knuckles down. Lift your chest up. And even as you lift your chest up, keep that lunge forwards. Get that yummy stretch along the front of the hip. One more breath there. Good. Inhale, hands to prayer in front of your heart. Exhale, twist left. So hook the right elbow outside that left thigh. Press the prayer to turn. As you turn the chest, draw the shoulders down. Lengthen the neck and bend a little deeper into that front knee. One more breath. Use your exhale. Twist a little deeper through the upper chest. Nice. Inhale, both hands come down. Exhale, start to sit the hips back. Flex the left foot. Take a breath there. Draw the toes back. Draw the chest forward. Nice, Lucy. And as you inhale, come back into your lunge. Plant the hands. Exhale, down dog. Lift the hips and step the left foot back. Take a breath there. Nice deep breath of arrival. Just feeling that nice feeling as your stuck parts of the body start to unstick. Now, as you inhale, come on forward to your plank again. Remember, you can drop your knees. Exhale, lie all the way down to the floor. Keep the hands as they are, so they're by your rib cage now. Point your toes back, roll the shoulders back, and lift the chest for low cobra. Now in Cobra, just make sure the palms are pressing down, the elbows lengthen backwards towards the outer hips, chest pulls forward and up, and the tops of the feet and the pubic bone ground down. One more big inhale, then through the knees to down dog as you exhale. The hands press down and you send back through your thighs. Excellent. Now as you inhale, walk your hands back towards your feet so you end up at the back bit of the mat. When you arrive, catch the elbows and hang. Keep a little bend in the knees. And maybe you stay still, or you shake your head out, or you sway your body left to right, whatever creates that extra release into your torso. Take a nice wide breath. And with an exhale, drop the arms. Inhale, roll up slowly through the spine, gaze down till you're all the way up. And when you come up, shoulders roll back, head lifts last of all, standing tall. And exhale, fold your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Good. Inhale, reach the arms out and up to the sky. Catch the right wrist. Exhale, little side stretch to the left. And as you side stretch left, just gently bow the right hip right. And just lengthen out through that whole right side. So you can give a little extra tug on the right arm if you want. As you inhale, come on up. Catch the left wrist. Exhale, little side stretch right. Gently bow the left hip left. Tug on the left arm if it feels okay to do so, and just get that extra space all the way up and down the left outer body. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands to prayer in front of your heart. Good. Inhale, reach the arms out and up towards the sky. Stretch up tall. Exhale, dive all the way down, hands to the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, walk your hands forward, come back to down dog. And when you get there, stretch the thighs back. Exhale. Option to stay in down dog or ready for our first vinyasa. Inhale, come forward to plank. You can drop your knees. Exhale, lie down or hover, elbows back. Nice step. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Really ground those hands down. Push the hands into the mat. That's better. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Nice, Victoria. Great. Everyone, inhale, walk, step, or jump the feet up towards your hands. Draw the chest forward when you get there. And exhale, fold down over the legs. Now sit into chair pose as you inhale. Bend your knees, reach your arms. And as you exhale, sink down, but look past your knees and see your toes. And as then you sit your hips a little deeper, reach the arms a little higher. Good. Inhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders back and exhale, forward bend and stretch the hands up and over the head. Let the head go. Spread and relax the toes. Work the legs a little bit straighter. One more breath. Use your exhale. Stretch the hands another inch away. Inhale, glide back into chair. Take your time. Exhale, stand up. Hands to prayer in front of the heart. Fresh breath, a fresh start. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Stretch up tall. Exhale, dive all the way down, hands to the mat. Bend your knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins or the ground. Exhale, down dog, hands down, feet back. Option to stay there or another opportunity, vinyasa. Inhale, come forward to plank, engage your legs. Exhale, lie down or hover. Keep your neck long. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Feet are parallel. Good. Exhale, down dog, lift your hips up. Everyone, inhale, float the right leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose, round your back. You could glide forward a bit like plank. Lift the leg again, inhale, and lightly step the foot up between the hands, exhale. Now this time your choice, drop the back knee like before or keep it straight. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Square the hips front. Bend into the front knee and scoop the lower belly up off the front thigh. If the back knee is lifted, super strengthen through the back leg. Send the left heel back. Reach a little taller through the crown, reach a little taller through the arms. As you inhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Exhale, easy twist right. Turn the chest, reach the right arm. Drop your hips low. And again, if the back knee's lifted, super strong through the back leg, like you're sending your left heel back. Good, one more breath there. Turn a little deeper through the upper chest. You got it, guys. Inhale, both hands come down, front foot stays there. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Hop the back foot in a step if you want. Hands could go on a brick, the shin, the ankle, the floor, whatever you can manage. But as you breathe, just draw the right hip crease back, reach the crown forward, and as you maintain that space, fold a little deeper down. Take just one more breath, just easing into that right hamstring. Excellent. Inhale, bend the front knee, hands down. Exhale, down dog, lift the hips, walk the feet back. Your choice now, child's down dog or flow through your vinyasa. Follow the rhythm of your breath as you flow. If you're in child's, take advantage of those moments of rest just to regain that composure and that control over your tidal breath. Well done. If you're in child's, come on back to down dog. Everyone, inhale, walk, step, or jump the feet to your hands. Chest drags forward when you arrive. All that length you've just gained, keep it as you exhale and fold. Chair pose, inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms. And as you exhale, sink down. But again, look past your knees, see your toes. With an inhale, second interlace of the fingers behind you. So remember that one before, other little fingers on top. Shoulders back, exhale, fold, and stretch the hands up and over the head. Breathing into the shoulder blades, maybe straightening the legs a little. And next, inhale, take your time, glide back to chair. Take the whole inhale to arrive, then exhale, stand, hands to prayer. Stand taller than you ever stand. Inhale, reach the arms, fresh start. Exhale, dive down, hands down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Down dog, exhale. Option to stay or vinyasa, follow the rhythm of your breath. So you could literally leave out every vinyasa and still work hard and still make this a breath-led practice. Just do what your body is calling for today. So from down dog now, everyone, inhale, float the left leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Again, you could glide forward a bit like plank. Inhale, lift the leg again, and lightly step the foot up between your hands. Exhale. Your choice, drop the back knee or not. Inhale, rise up, crescent or low lunge. Now square the hips front as you bend into the front knee. If the back knee is lifted, send the right heel back so the right leg straightens. Lift the crown, reach the arms, get space. A couple weeks ago, we talked a lot about moving in two directions. So here from the waist down, grounding, sinking. From the waist up, rising, lifting. One more breath there. Nice. Inhale, both hands come down. Exhale, here's that twist left. So turn around left, reach the left arm, and drop your hips low. As you drop your hips low, if the back knee's lifted, send that right heel back. Yes, reach the crown forward. And as you move in those two directions, heel back, crown forward, turn a little more. Good. Inhale, both hands come down. Front foot stays. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Hop the back foot in a step if you want. Hands on a brick, the ankle, the shin, the floor, whatever you can. And as you breathe, you're just drawing that left hip back. Reach the crown forward, and as you get that extra space, then you fold a little deeper. One more breath. Where are you holding tension that you can soften? And as you inhale, bend the front knee, hands down. Exhale to down dog. Lift the hips and walk the feet back. And as you inhale, glide forward to plank pose. Exhale, lie all the way down onto your belly. Now point the toes back and clasp your hands behind your back. Lace the fingers back there like we've done tons before. Now draw those shoulders back. And as you inhale, lift your chest, straighten the legs and lift the legs. Maybe you can lift the wrists up off your bum, but can you bend the elbows a little bit so you know you're not locking those joints? Good. One more inhale, pick up the thighs a little more and lie down, exhale. Turn your head to one side, sway your hips a moment. Just check out how your back is feeling after that. Just taking a moment to listen to your body's feedback because we're gonna go again. So second interlace back there. I do like to keep everything quite nerdily even. Draw those shoulders back, and as you inhale, lift the chest and legs. Now stretch the toes back as you lift the thighs. Draw the shoulders back as you lift the chest. Maybe you lift the wrists, but unlock the elbows. One more inhale, lift up, and lie down, exhale. Good, turn your head to the other side. Sway your hips, take a breath. And as you inhale, come on up to all fours. Stay in all fours for a moment. Exhale, just a gentle little cat stretch to release out the muscles up and down the sides of the spine. Inhale, neutral spine, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, float the right leg up in the air behind you. Exhale, warrior one. So step the right foot up, ground the left foot flat. Rise on up. And to begin, bring your hands on your hips. So this is like crescent, but the outer back foot's grounding. So keep the blade of the foot grounding as you then spin the left hip forward. As you then bend more into the front knee, get that stretch into the frontal left hip. And can you keep the integrity of the back leg as you scoop up through the belly, tail down? Then you reach your arms up. And as you're spinning the left hip forward, bring your left belly forward, your left chest forward, and bend further through that front knee. Super straight through that back leg. Good, guys. One more breath there. And as you exhale, let's open warrior two. So as you turn, you have to widen the space a bit between your legs. And as you bend into that front knee, good, press it open so you see the big toe and second toe past the inner knee. Tail down, crown tall, arms expansive. Take a full breath there. Even here, your back leg is straight. Now as you inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle, reach the right arm forward, hand down to the shin, turn the chest, stretch up through that left arm. Now legs are strong, but try not to lock the front knee. Nice, reach the crown forward so your spine lengthens, and then turn more through the middle rib cage. Lean your head back just a little so you're in line with the right leg. Nice, Mikol. As you inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, back up warrior two. Inhale, reverse this warrior. So that means your right arm reaches up and over. Your left hand is light on your left leg. Lots of space in your right rib cage. Next, inhale, cartwheel down the hands. Exhale, drop the back knee down. So left knee down, and just scooch it back a little bit. Now turn round right, reach the right arm like we've done before. Lunge further forward. Option to stay or bend up the back knee, catch the foot with the right hand, and draw the heel in. A mega frontal thigh stretch. Keep moving your hips forward and roll the chest round. Lean your right shoulder back, your head back. Good, one more breath. Whether you have the back foot or not, just move your hips further forward. Inhale, both hands come down inside the right foot. So you might need to bring your right foot to the right a bit. Now drop your hips low and walk your hands forward. Option to stay on your hands, or maybe you drop to your left elbow, or maybe you drop to both elbows. Keep the hips dropping, keep the crown drawing forward. And one more option, maybe you tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. You send that left heel back so that back leg is super strong again, like we've done in quite a few moments today. Oh, well done, guys. One more breath there. Release the back knee if it's up. Come back up onto your hands if you're on your elbows. As you exhale, downward dog. Lift the hips and step that right foot back. And just pat out the heels for a second. Set those hips free. Take a breath there. And before we think too much about it, let's do the other side. So left leg floats up, inhale. Let's take warrior one to begin. Exhale. So left foot up, right heel grounds. Rise on up. And to begin, just hands on your hips like we did the first side. Now, keep the back leg strong. The outer back foot seals down. Keep that as you spin the right hip forward, the right belly, the right ribs forward. Then bend into that front knee, and then you reach your arms up. If there's tightness in the frontal hip, it means the back knee will start to slacken and bend. So keep pressing the blade of the foot down. And then keep the integrity of the back leg. Spin that right hip point further forward. Nice. Bend more into that front knee. Excellent, guys. As you exhale, it's open warrior two. So in that transition, you need to widen the space a little bit between your legs. And as you bend into the front knee, press it open so you see the big toe and second toe past the inner knee. Super straight through the back leg. Tail down, crown up, arms expansive. But even as you're working hard, just find somewhere to soften to. One more breath. Now inhale, straighten up that front leg. Exhale, triangle. Reach the left arm forward, hand to the shin. Turn the chest and stretch up through that right arm. Breathe. Work the legs without locking the left knee. Draw the left hip back as you reach the crown forward. Lean your head and your shoulders back just that little bit so you're in line with your left leg. Next time you inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, back up warrior two. Inhale, reverse it. Left arm up and over your head. Right hand light on your right leg. Lots of space in your left waist. Next inhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. And exhale, drop the back knee down. So right knee down. Turn round left. Inhale and reach that left arm. Now you could stay here and just work the hips forward, or you bend up the back knee, catch the foot with the left hand and draw in the heel. Whether you have the back foot or not, just keep the hips moving forward and down. And then roll the chest round, left shoulder back, head back. Nice, Amanda, that's it. And if you have that back foot, draw the heel further to your bum. One more breath, make it a good one. Now inhale, both hands down, but inside the left foot. Might need to bring your left foot to the left a bit to make space. Drop your hips, walk your hands forward. Stay or drop to your right elbow or drop to both elbows. Let your body choose, not your ego. And then maybe you stay, maybe you tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. But keep the hips descending. And if you've lifted the back knee, press that right heel back. So strong through that back leg. Nice, Jill. Great. Take another breath there. Release the right knee if it's lifted. Come back up onto your hands if you're on your elbows. Use your exhale, downward dog. Pat out your heels a moment. And then it's your choice, child's down dog or flow through your vinyasa. Follow the rhythm of your breath as you move. See if you can feel that extra space you've got in the frontal hips in your up dog. Really pull the chest forward. Yes, lovely. And if you're in child's, come on back to downward facing dog. Well done, guys. Inhale, walk, step, or jump the feet to your hands. Chest draws forward. And exhale, fold. Now with a flat back, so draw the chest forward. Inhale, stand up. Reach the arms out and up. Stretch up tall. And exhale, prayer. Stand tall, lift the chest, and just take a deep breath, just really softening with your exhale. Now ground down through that right foot. Tree pose. Bring the left foot into your calf or your inner thigh, just above or below the inner knee. And to begin, just feel where your hips are. And you want to square your hips forward. So usually that's a spin forward of the left hip. Now as you keep that, then stretch the top of the left thigh back. but try not to let the hips turn to square to the left. Then when you're there, reach your arms up. Breathe. If you fall, you fall. You take a breath, you come back in. If you want to challenge the balance a little more today, bring the left hand onto your left leg, reach the right arm up, and take a very subtle little side stretch left. And like we did with a standing side stretch earlier, just gently bow the right hip right. Take a breath there, reach further through the right fingertips. And as you inhale, come all the way back up, and exhale, release, step the left foot down. Good. Turn the left foot straight, anchor the left foot down. Let's change sides. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. So the right foot to your calf or your inner thigh. And usually if we think that the priority is about the right thigh pressing back, then the pelvis actually turns to the right. So bring your hands on your hips. Feel where those hip points are. And like headlights of a car, you want to shine them straight forward. Now keep that as you then stretch the right thigh back, and then it becomes a little release into the inner thigh and the inner hip. Stay or reach your arms up. Stay or add the side bend. Right hand, right leg. Left arm stretches up and maybe dives over to the right. As you subtly bow the left hip left. Feel that left foot ground. Feel the right foot press into the standing leg. And as you inhale, come back up. Exhale, release, hands to prayer. Let's stretch it out. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, stretch up tall. Exhale, dive all the way down, hands to the mat. Bend your knees if your back feels a little sensitive. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins or the floor. Exhale, down dog, hands down, feet back. Option to stay or one of the last vinyasas. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Remember, Cobra variation is there if up dog's feeling a little tiresome now. Lovely. And then everyone from down dog, inhale, float the right leg up, and exhale, pigeon pose. So the right knee comes up on the floor behind the right wrist, the right foot's to the left, and slide the left leg back. Now as an option, you could bring a block underneath your right hip or a rolled up blanket or towel. Or if this doesn't work for you, you come onto your back instead for thread the needle that we did in the beginning. Right ankle across the left thigh. Now if you're in pigeon, you lift the chest up as you breathe in and fold as you breathe out. Forearms or forehead. And when you come down, usually you can sneak the left leg further back and just let your hips descend towards the floor a little heavier. But elbows a bit wider so you can soften those shoulders. For those who are on your back, right ankle across left thigh. And just like we did in the beginning, you're bringing the left knee more to your left shoulder than the center chest. Good. Just maybe 2 more breaths here. Now, if you're on your back, you'll just release and hug your knees. If you're in pigeon, pad up onto your hands, tuck the back toes, exhale to down dog. Lift the hips and step on back. Take a breath there. And let's change sides. Left leg floats up, inhale. Pigeon as you exhale. Left knee behind, left wrist, left foot right. Slide the right leg back. Now remember, if you're happy to stay in pigeon, but it just feels like you need a little support, something under your left hip will help. But if it bugs your knee or just feels too much, lie on your back, thread the needle pose. Lift the chest if you're staying in pigeon, inhale, good. And fold to your forearms or lie down as you exhale. And when you come down, just shuffle the back foot further back and let the hips evenly and equally descend. Elbows a bit wider so those shoulders can melt. And breath travels down the spine towards that left hip. Just one more breath as is. And if you're on your back, release, roll to your side to come up. If you're in pigeon, pat up onto your hands, tuck the back toes, and everyone exhale to downward facing dog. Lift your hips and step on back. Good. Take a breath when you get there. Just pat out your heels again. And either stay in that down dog, or here's your final opportunity for vinyasa. So the best yet, big inhale, glide forward. Full exhale, lie down or hover. Good. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Drag those shoulders back. Yes. Lovely. Nice, Amanda. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, Jill. Good. And then everyone drop down for child's pose. You could have your knees out wide if you'd like a little extra hip work, or you could have your knees together if you want to funnel the breath into your back body. But either way, just take a couple of breaths, just settling downwards. And then as long as it's okay on your feet, your ankles, your knees, roll on up to sit on your heels. And then sit to one side to release the legs out in front. If that doesn't work for you, just sit down in whatever way you need. So start with the legs out straight and just move the flesh of the buttocks out the way to anchor the sit bones. If you feel your pelvis gets kind of pulled backwards, might just be that the hamstrings are just that little bit tight, so then you want to sit up on the edge of a foam block or a folded blanket or towel. Now hands alongside you, sit up tall as you breathe in and fold your way forward and down as you breathe out. You could catch your shins, ankles, or feet, whatever you can, but not letting the shoulders get tense. Good, and then just press the inner heels forward and subtly draw the baby toes back. They're the least willing part of the foot. And that actually isn't happening from the ankles, but it's happening from the outer hips. So the hips hug in and stabilize the pelvic joints, especially important after the hip work that we've started on that we're going to continue in a minute. Take another breath there. Use your exhale. Just fold a little deeper down. And as you inhale, glide slowly, smoothly back up again. Exhale, bend up your left knee, foot on the floor. Now we're going to twist left. So hold the knee with the right hand, left hand behind you. Got it. Sit tall up as you inhale and twist round as you exhale. Turn the belly, turn the ribs. And if your neck's okay with it, you might peek over the back shoulder. Maybe change the position of the right arm. Elbow around the knee or elbow outside the knee or a bind, whatever floats your boat. But sitting tall as you inhale and turning round with your exhale. 2 more breaths. And as you inhale, glide on back. Keep the legs. Exhale, a little counter twist to your right just to de-rotate. And then come on back. Let's swap sides. So left leg out, right foot flat. We're going to twist right. So hold the knee, left hand, right hand behind. Good. Sit tall as you inhale and twist around as you exhale. Turn the belly, turn the ribs, maybe peek over the shoulder. And maybe change the position of the left arm, elbow around the knee, elbow outside the knee, or a bind. Sit a little taller up through the crown of the head, so you're a little less reliant on the back hand to prop you up. And then keep that height, just turn a little further through the upper chest. And as you inhale, glide on back, keep the legs. Exhale, counter round towards your right. And then come on back again. And cross at your shins. Let's say right in front of left, so we're all on the same side. I'm going to come closer and mirror you. If you're quite open in the hips, your knees are happy, you'll stack your shins. So it's right on top of left. Is that right? So then this way, yeah. Now sit up tall as you inhale and hinge forward any amount as you exhale. If your hips are tight, it might not be far, that's fine. Now try to keep your sit bones grounded, as you draw the base ribs forward. Doesn't matter how far down you get, you want to maintain length from hip point to rib cage. Just take a breath, watching the journey of the breath as it travels down the back of the spine towards the outer hips. And then keeping pretty low, you're just going to walk your hands around to frame your left knee. So as you turn the belly and the ribs around, it's like you're trying to square your chest over the foot or knee, whatever's there. And as you exhale, start to fold and walk the fingertips away on a diagonal like we did much earlier in Child's Pose. So that the right fingertips are reaching away on the ground. And you might rest the breastbone on the foot or knee. You might not. Just take a breath. It does deepen it into that right hip for sure. Nice. And as you inhale, come all the way back up, but keep the legs. Last little thing. Right hand by your side, reach the left arm up and take a side stretch. Creep the right hand away, reach the left arm up and over your head, because that side waist got a little squished in that last variation. Reach further through the left arm. Yeah, you got it, Mia. And then inhale, glide all the way back up. Exhale, both hands down. Now lean back and swap the cross or the stack of the shins. And as always, you could lift your seat and sit up on a prop if that helps. Good. Now sit up tall as you inhale. Keep the space and length. Fold forward any amount as you exhale. You might bring your hands forward, you might not. Stay anchored back on the sit bones as you bring the base ribs past the shin line. And just take the couple of breaths, just easing into those outer hips, melting the shoulders, the jaw. Yeah, that's it. And then staying pretty low, just walk your hands around to frame your right knee. Square your belly, your chest round across that right thigh. And as you exhale, start to fold as though towards the foot or knee, whatever's there. And you walk your hands away on a diagonal. So it's the left hand that reaches away, but that left sit bone stays grounded into the floor. And you get that space into your left waist. And it does deepen it into that left hip. And then as you inhale, come all the way up. And let's release that right waist. So left hand by your side, reach that right arm up, you got it. And side stretch, reach up and over your head through the right hand. Nice. Head back just a bit so your neck's an extension of what your spine's doing. Excellent. Reach another inch through the right hand. And then inhale, come back up. Both hands down, lean back a bit, and slide the knees out so you bring the soles of the feet together, knees out. Hold on to your ankles and sit up tall. And without pushing at all, just let the thighs relax as though downwards. Keep the height through the spine as you just start to hinge yourself forward, almost like you want to bring your solar plexus past the toes. And then maybe your hands keep a hold of the ankles. Maybe the hands come forward on the floor, whatever your body will allow for. But again, without pushing, just let the knees relax downwards. Let the thighs soften. Take 2 more breaths as is. Excellent. And as you inhale, pad your way all the way back up again. Use your hands to help you to bend up your knees, feet on the floor. And we're gonna come to lie down, so you might want to put on a layer so you don't have to pop back up before we come into relaxation, which is not just yet, just to manage expectation. Come to lie down onto your back when you're ready and bend your knees, feet onto the ground. And just let your spine lengthen on the floor and feel that shift in your relationship to gravity as you just settle and sink into the ground just for a breath or so. Now just shift your hips off towards the right a bit, so your bum to the right. And either you could drop your knees as is to the left, that'll be a bit easier, or cross the right thigh over the left thigh and then drop the knees to the left. That's a bit harder. Shuffle the left shoulder left and reach the right arm out or on a diagonal like we did in the beginning. Maybe your left hand just gently rests on the top knee, not to push down, but just to encourage to soften. And as you breathe into the right waistline, just imagine that the top hip, which is the right outer hip, is just lengthening a bit away from the rib cage. So there's more space into the top of that right pelvic crest. And as you inhale, bring the legs back up, uncross the legs, and first just find neutral. And then from neutral, shift your bum to the left and either drop the knees to the right or cross the left thigh over the right thigh, and then drop the knees to the right. And when you get there, shuffle the right shoulder right and either reach the left arm out or on a diagonal, whatever feels nice today. Maybe the right hand just gently rests on the top knee, and maybe the top hip just lengthens away from the ribs. Fill that space in that left waistline with breath. And as you inhale, bring the knees back up, uncross the legs, find neutral again. And then from neutral, hug your knees in and hug the knees more towards your shoulders. And maybe bring the knees just another inch wider so that there's that little gentle stretch into the inner thighs. And you could stick with this or take happy baby. Catch the backs of the legs or the ankles or the feet and stack the heels above the knees. Try to keep your heels right above the knees so that there's your shins perpendicular to the ground. And then whether you have the feet or the knees, whatever you got, just press the back pelvis a little more firmly into the floor. Nice, that's it. Take one more breath as is. Good. And then as you exhale, release and place the feet back onto the ground, knees bent. Shuffle the shoulder blades down your back so the neck is long. And straighten the legs forward. Turn the arms, palms face up, and bring the arms a little wider away from your body so there's space around the armpits. And if your back feels at all sensitive, you could use cushions or a bolster underneath your knees to cradle the low back. But for a moment, just close your eyes and let yourself be present. No matter what the rest of your day might hold for you, just being in these moments that you've given yourself the gift of. Just feel the body settle and relax into the ground. Feel the feedback from the floor as your body's in this symmetrical and easy shape. 2, deepen your breath. And bring some subtle, gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. Maybe your wrists, ankles, head. And then maybe reach your arms up over your head and stretch out tip to toe, just like how we started. Just observe the extra space you've worked hard to achieve. And as you exhale, gently ground your lower back, bend your knees, roll over onto your side, and press on up and come to sit. Feel free to sit on a prop if it will help you sit taller and with more ease. And just sit tall, but be soft. And just observe how you feel in the afterglow of your yoga, your body, your mind, your spirit. And fold the hands to prayer in front of the heart. And keep the heart lifted as you bow the head. And may our yoga serve as a tool to help us reconnect and reground. And then may we develop the skill of staying connected and grounded even off the yoga mat. And together take a nice full long breath in. And let it go. Namaste.